Hi everybody! Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to share with you my very first junk journal. This is made from a mailing envelope. It's not the typical manila envelope that I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers making their journals out of. This was actually made from something from motor vehicles, you know, when they send you your license plates, and it had a cool window in it, and so I thought that this would make a neat kind of not normal shaped journal. So it is taller than your usual journal. It's actually 12 inches long and 5 inches across. And so what I did for the window, because the window was actually just blank, it didn't have the plastic in it, I just cut out some plastic from some packaging, like I'm sure you all have things like this. So this type of plastic you can use that things go into. And I doubled the plastic, so I cut it out with both sides of it in there. And then just glued it down. And I thought it'd be neat to have a little image peek through, and then when you open it you get to see, oops, my dog's going off. Hold on just one second. Okay, I think my dog has stopped. No. I was gonna say I think we're in the clear, but she gets going and then sometimes she doesn't stop for a while, so you might hear another bark or two, hopefully not. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun to have this little scene peek through so you could just see his little green frog face, and then you open it up and there's the whole scene. And this was a picture from an Alice in Wonderland book, and I had picked that up at Goodwill, and I thought it'd be fun to paint it, so I used some Derwent Inktense blocks to paint it, and I just left the text on there. I was just gonna cut out the scene itself, but I thought it'd be fun to have the text in the background, and it says Alice's Adventures up here. So the front part, I went ahead and used my new Tim Holtz stencil. This is his cargo stencil, and this is a really neat effect with the distress inks. I was going to try to find my black soot one, the one that I used with this, and I don't see it handy, but I had seen this idea on Love Lee Scrappin's channel a while back of making your own dabbers to use with your distress inks. And all you do is take a makeup applicator and bend it over the clothespin and then rubber band it tightly around it, and these work great. And the cool thing is when you use it with the distress ink, it gives it an airbrushed look. So like as you pounce through there, it just naturally, I think the texture of the makeup sponge gives it that sort of faded out look on the edges. So I just thought that was really neat, and it was just sort of one of those cool surprises that happen when you're making stuff. So that's how I did that part. I gessoed all over the front, back, and insides, and then I used some new stuff that I got from a recent haul at Joann's. These are the Ideology brads, and what you do is you get to pick a sticker out, and there's tons of stickers in there. You place the sticker into the brad, and then it has a little epoxy sticker that goes over it that just gives it that really neat dimension, and it also makes it look even more vintage. So I chose some cute little stickers, like this one has a little couple in it, and this one, I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it's actually a clock. So I thought these really added to it, and for the price of those, with the 50% off that Joann's was doing, I think I got the whole set of 24 brads plus stickers and epoxy for around $250. So that'll get a lot of use, and I can't say enough about the Tim Holtz products. I'm definitely obsessed with them, and I just find them to be really neat stuff and good quality and a good price, especially if you get it on discount. So I went ahead and glued down some packaging and odds and ends. There's a playing card right here just to bulk up the this part of it so that when you open it up, this isn't too flimsy. And then on the inside, I basically did the same thing. I just used edges of playing cards and cardstock that had been painted on. This is a little bit of packaging that has some writing on it. This is from the Distress Paint packaging. I just thought it'd be cute to have that say paint. This is from a Seven Gypsies package, the little truck that they have in there. And then a cut up playing card to just sort of go along with the Alice in Wonderland theme. A couple more playing cards that were gessoed over, and I really love how white gesso gives it that whitewash look and just adds to the whole vintage feel of whatever you're working on. And I believe this is a Prima stamp. It's one of those little miniature stamp sets that they have that have lots of little stamps. That's a dress form. And then I used some duct tape. I want to say I found this at Dollar Tree. I've had it for a little while. I think I got it at Dollar Tree. So this is just one of those pattern duct tapes, and I thought that that would also help keep the edges together since duct tape is so strong. The inside covers, I'm still figuring out how I'm going to do these. All I've done so far is I matte mediumed down some tissue paper, and you know, that's where you can see all these creases and stuff, and then I painted over it and then used some stamps with Distress ink with some of the Claudine Helmuth stamps that I also picked up in that same haul. And then I know I'm going to want to add more stuff in here, especially to give it like a little less of a sloppy look, because a lot of the junk journals that I'm seeing on YouTube are really beautifully done, and they look just a little bit more put together than this one does, but I figured, hey, this is my first attempt, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And here on the back, just layer of gesso and then some stamping. Looks like I put some old book pages in the background. Just played around with some texture and was using my jelly plate, and whatever was left over on the jelly plate I was like flipping it over. And if you'd like to see the video that I did on using Distress ink with your jelly plate, I will include that link. I have been having so much fun learning how to create all different kinds of things on the jelly print or on the jelly plate that I didn't know you could do before, because I didn't know actually that you could use stamp pads on them. And I have a video coming up where I painted a whole scene using the jelly plate, and that was a lot of fun too. And so then I just I did a portrait down here, and I believe I used mostly acrylic paint, a little bit of Distress paint, and then the brads on this end, I'm going to want to use those reinforcers when all is done. When I have all my pages in here, I'll take out these brads and then use his reinforcers to give this a more finished look, because it'll cover up like the tearing and stuff there and also help it stay together. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you and wish you a happy and crafty day. I'd love to hear any comments, or if you've been working on a junk journal, been thinking about working on a junk journal, would love to hear it. So anyway, have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye.